someone will die. That thing will pull that in. It'll pull this whole yeah, we got it. It'll pull that rope right into that chipper in like just a few seconds. If it hooks somebody's leg, a poor woman, she got both legs taken off at the knees because the rope choked her knees and just pulled her legs right off. It was so sad. Crazy. This was the wife was on the ground helping the husband. It was horrible situation. Gloves. Yeah, all right. Take this rig and, you know, 0 to 500 degrees in the palm of your hand. That takes skin off. All of a sudden, gloves become meaningful. Oh, I know, it's like Muppet hands. It takes me, you know, a good month to totally get dialed in on the glove. Like working these carabiners with gloves. I mean, the gloves I have on today they're insulated, but they're not all the way. As we get closer to deep winter, I'll be doing heavy gloves with a poly liner. We got the riffraff out of the way. We're gonna start going big. We got lots of height, good 90 feet to the top. We're gonna do 2. We'll get this one out of the way, and then we'll drop that one. And then I'm gonna go up and work my way up, and we'll get these 2 out of the way. We'll go down and we'll get that big limb. We'll take that all in one. That'll be cool. All right, I'm gonna make a handsaw cut. It's just gonna hang. Somebody on that. Oh wait, get that whole thing on. I'm gonna go set my line. Okay, throwing down a little piece of deadwood. All right, we'll go set my, thinking all the way up. That's 72 feet, folks. Yeah, we're 90 footers. At least. Taller, maybe taller, folks. 72 with cameras. Yeah, cameras at 72. We got 25 feet there. Yeah, we're at 100. These are tall. Look at that canopy. That's a nice canopy. Look at all these basswoods. Basswood is a superstory tree in Wisconsin. You get into some older growth forests and see that big red oak back there. It's like, you know, 3 foot in diameter. You get a basswood that's 3 foot in diameter, it's 120 feet. And it's above the canopy. It's pretty cool. Superstory, beautiful trees. In a maple bass, oh, honeybees love them. Brandon down there is a beekeeper. We might sell his honey on gameoftrees.com. So he's arborist for a part-time hobby. We always joke he's the queen. His truck at the shop, no lie, his truck has bees flying around it. How is that? It's like they know something about him. So he's the bee whisperer. He has the pheromones, yes. I'm setting my line. You got some time. You got some time. I gotta set my climbing line. Terrible, horrible throw. Come on, Kev. Be the bullet. Be the bullet, Kev. Come on. It's not that far. We're going for that crotch right there. I hate the overhand throw, but that's all I got right now. Oh, can you believe that? I'm gonna get it. I could just taken that and just climbed out and just put it there, but I want this. Monkey fist it. All right, we're gonna get it. This is what happened. I got caught. Okay, shot put. Oh man. This is super frustrating. I want that 92-foot lift. That's what I want. A 101, yeah, that's the one we're getting, the 101. But actually we're gonna trade this in for a 92 footer. So then we have a 92, like the short one's the 92. And a 1-to-1. Okay, we're there. You know, why didn't I do this before? Look what I got on here. Why didn't I just do this before? Why did I try to throw it? Now it should unwrap. Come on, unwrap, buddy. All right, so now, I mean, I don't have to go choke there. I'm through a nice crotch, right? That was frustrating. That is real world there, folks. That's real world. Like, you know, how many times have I monkey fisted and thrown something accurately, but only like a few times less than I've thrown it inaccurately. Many times less, probably. At any rate. They used to use monkey fists to throw things in the tree. Guys would throw them way up there. Now we got the throw lines. Okay, see, now I just brought this down and I tied it down here. So now to untie this, hey, what happened? What? There's nothing wrong with a short trunk. Somebody research, call Katie, research an asphalt company close by here that we can get a infrared patch put there. Get Katie working on that. Somebody out of Mount Horeb or Verona. All right, that's what we do. That's how we roll. Okay. Yeah, that was an aim in there. You had all kinds of space there to lay that down. We would never want to drop it on that wood by the blacktop. Blacktop and concrete are fragile, and let it roll down. But no worries, man, Brandon. That is called experience, Brandon. Cut, stand clear, rope coming down. All right, folks, we here at Game of Trees, we believe in unlimited abundance. So that little thing down there, you can't see it from here probably, but that little dent in the driveway, it's like a 1 foot by 1 foot little thing right on the edge. And now we're able to serve this client in a way that we never would have served. So Terry's on the phone with Katie at the office right now, and she's going to find a blacktop company, and maybe tomorrow we'll have somebody out here with an infrared, and we'll have that fixed before we even leave. And that's going to be a way for us to serve this client in a way we never would have served them. You know, how good is that? I mean, it's a win. Everything's a positive. Do not fret over something going wrong. It's an opportunity to serve the client in a way that you could never serve them before. They're going to see something about us, our extreme ownership. They didn't have to notice it. They didn't have to call us. They didn't have to inform the office. We just take ownership. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, folks. It's called extreme ownership. It's taking control, taking responsibility for what is yours. So we could have somebody out here today looking at this. It's awesome. I'm excited about it now. I'm excited about that, Brandon. Thanks for lighting me up. You know, don't go breaking the welt's head or anything like that, okay? Let's not get carried away. Let's stay reasonable. Maybe. All right, Tri-County. Hey, let's get a half wrap on this bad boy. Maybe take a whole wrap. Let's feel how heavy we are first. So Preston's gonna take a full wrap. Or Justin, I'm gonna wrap around the tree so I can cut on the back side. You don't have to worry about hitting my rope, hitting my saw. All right, you got a whole wrap. It's about 30 feet long. Take 2 branches and then I'm climbing out, and we'll just leave the lift right here. And I might finish a lot of this by climbing. All right, I'm making some cuts here. Half wrap will work. Yeah, half wrap, 2 cuts. Second one coming. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I got a second sling. Praise God. I'm like, I left the slings down in the lift. You know, I don't want to have to undo that shackle or that. So I'm just gonna create this. This rope is like Velcro. These slings are like Velcro. All right. So now I just used a second sling to just secure this. This is all light rigging out here. Now I can use this sling to quickly do this. Okay, hand rig. I got a bunch of friction down there up at the other block. I came around that branch. I don't have the right rope angle. So you just got a hand rig. See that? You got plenty of friction. Don't let it run fast, because we got double braid rope, and that is not to be run fast under load against something that has friction, which, come on. Would you believe it? I climbed out of the lift without a saw. Just let it go. I'll run it. So that extra friction allows me to run the rig. It's not all bad. But I'll put some heavier pieces on there. Wow. I don't have my brain back yet. Climb out of the lift without a chainsaw. Okay, pull it to me, please. I have a razor tooth saw. I only got 5 inches is my biggest cut. It's not a big deal. Okay, hand rig again. Hand rig. All right. Look at that look at that fiber. I cut a notch on that too. All right, gotta try not to cut my rope here. All right, clear. If we were each a different battleship, you'd be the destroyer. No, Brandon, I think, okay, what am I? The carrier, the aircraft carrier? I was gonna say, a destroyer is pretty big. You know, there is a U-boat. I'm the new. Somebody says I'm the nuclear warhead. You know, my crew in my younger years said I was a secret government program. I would come up in the tree and I wouldn't come down until 5 o'clock, unlike today where I took the extra long lunch. And I wouldn't ask for water, I wouldn't ask for food, I'd just go. And the clients would go, that guy hasn't come down. I said, oh, he's part of a secret government program. It was just the way I did it. It was stupid. You know, there's the bronze stage, and then there's the thinking stage. It took me a long time to go to the thinking stage. I stalled out in the bronze stage for a lot of years. All right, we got a rig, hand rig. This is gonna hang up on this hickory. I shouldn't have cut a notch. I should have cut a drop cut, but I don't have a chainsaw, so I'm just gonna do it. So you're gonna have to let it run when it hangs in the hickory. I can pull it out of there if it sticks. Come on, bad boy. All I gotta do is get these tops off. Okay. Let it run, let it run. Ugh. Let it run, let it run, let it run. Now catch it. Awesome. Great job. Great job. All right, this one we're gonna drop towards the house. I'll wait for the rope to come back. Now, you've noticed how the cherry can tear. Like down there on that one a while ago on different. We'll cut a little notch there. Now you notice how it tears. It's hanging on. The sapwood is very fibrous and it hangs on. So what we can do here is we can cut a side kerf. Side kerf there. Where are we? Where's my notch? And we cut a side kerf over here. So you cut a side kerf just below your apex of your notch. Now Now watch what happens here, friends. We got this. Did somebody drop a saw? Oh, did we bend a bar? Oh, he just can't get it back. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna get my feet above this rope. Okay, hand rig. I'm gonna put my lanyard below this other one because I'm cutting this off. So if the tree were to shake, it might shake my lanyard off. Now what I can do even better, I could go under this. So I went under. So now it can't jump. You know what would be bad is if this came off and it's shock load and I jump and my lanyard come off. You know, I'm going bad places if that lanyard were to come off. So I'm gonna get my, so this helps me know that my lanyard, because when this comes off and the weight is on this is going to trap my lanyard against the tree and it's not going anywhere. I know that, so I can confidently make this cut. All right, rig. What's that? Yeah. I want the rope over here. It's going to tighten up. My leg would be against it otherwise. So I put my leg on the outside. The ground guy was asking, do you want that rope in between your legs? He's afraid it's gonna pop up, you know, and hit me between the legs. But it's not. It's already mostly tensioned. Okay, making a back cut. It's time to change my blade on this. You know, on the basswood, it's cutting like a dream. But on this cherry, it's a little different story. If it was a brand new blade, I'd be done right now. I wouldn't be breathing so heavy. Okay, I got a little baby notch because I didn't want to cut a great big notch with a handsaw. Here it comes. Now I got my side curve, so watch what happens here. Look at that. It bounced me. If I wouldn't have, my lanyard might have popped off. But look at that. Because you never know when the ground guy might send you for a little ride. Yeah, well, there was friction. There was friction, and he might, with the friction we have across the way, he might not have had a choice. So, see, the rope kind of came against here like this. So, but you notice, see, that's why you do that, folks, because there's an element of guessing in what we do. You know, I'm over 25 years experience, and what did that experience tell me? It told me this might rock and roll when it comes off. Be prepared. So my experience put my rope behind this block, so when the weight was on there, I wasn't scared when I was going around the tree, because I knew I'm not going anywhere. And I got this, I knew I had this down here, so it wasn't gonna slide down. It wasn't, this had weight on it, so I was trapped against there. So anyway, folks, you gotta know what might happen, right? I had an attorney tell me one time, I was calling him I was calling him pessimistic. I said, you're pessimistic. He says, no, you didn't hire me as an attorney to tell you what would happen if everything went right. You hired me as an attorney to tell you what might happen if everything goes wrong. That's what he gets paid for. Isn't that cool? So as an arborist in a tree, tell me there's not a lot that can go wrong, right? You gotta know what could go wrong. Know when to hold them and know when to fold them, you know? It was like Mike and I were looking at sending this. We were looking at sending this whole thing right over there. And we walked out there and we like, okay, it'll roll off this hickory, right? It'll roll off. Well, what if that hickory's a little stiffer than we think? And what if it rolls off? Look at what's down there. What's down there? Okay, what if that hickory holds it and the hinge breaks? And the hinge breaks. Where's it going? It's taking the corner of the house. No way. So we just thought, yeah, you know, probably we could lay it there and get it all the way over to that knoll. I mean, it's an 80, 90 foot tree. But what if? Yeah, we could butt tie the trunk, but we're gonna do that. We're gonna take this down to the lift, and then we're gonna send it. And we're gonna use that GRCS over there to butt tie the log. So it's gonna ride a rope down. That's gonna be cool. We're gonna show you that. Okay, now get my, oh, I'm pinching my, got myself trapped. All right. All right. All right. Okay, we're back on the top. You can see this tree leans, you know, so I was standing on top of the tree and I was able to fall off, lose my balance. And I was primarily on my lanyard, my climbing rope. I could have snugged that up a little bit more, you know, probably coulda, shoulda, woulda. But, you know, I knew my lanyard was secure and I didn't want my climbing rope to be tight against the rigging rope. So not tightening that up, there's a little bit of specific intent because it, you know, you don't want to run, you don't want to run friction against your climbing rope. All right. Okay, I'm cutting a narrow notch there. I want this to drop just a little, and then I want to send it. So I want that hinge to close so that I can predict where this is going to go. If I make a big open notch here, and this tips way over that butt, now I might get lucky. That butt might go out there in what I just described. If it came way over, that'd be a way to do it. And the tips would be right down there. And then the butt would go that way. But what if the butt goes towards the house, huh? How about that? So if I make this narrow and I stay on the cut, it closes, I stay on the cut, it pops, and it goes. Now it might tag those branches, in which case the butt would swing out and it's going where? It's going nowhere. It's going fine. It could, if we tag one of those trees, you know, it's not a big deal. It probably, the butt, if it tags those, it might come close to that basswood over there, but it might go right in between. So let's see. We're gonna stay on the cut her free. Oh, you see that? I was talking and I didn't shut off my chain brake. So that's why I stop and I remind myself of that. Now I stop. All right. So the butt, it didn't hang on long enough, and we're still good. Tiny branches are over by the corner of the house, but that tagged those branches, and but the butt was heavy enough it took it down. And then instead of the butt going there, or the butt, it didn't hang on long enough for the butt to go out there. And so the butt hit straight down. Notice we missed the path. That's good. But then it was straight up and down, so it went sideways. But we had the distance. So now these boys have stuff to do. Look at him with his new wrap handle. Look at the new wrap handle. Oh, Mike is just excited. Hog heaven. Look at him there. Okay, here's what happened here too. Okay, I didn't watch my angle through the cut. I was watching. Oh, I got advice on this. I was watching the curve. Oh, look at what we did. I didn't look at my hinge. I had a kerf here. Do you see what happened here? So I made my notch. I didn't quite get a clean apex. I should have went like this. So I made a narrow notch, and the apex wasn't clean. I should have lowered the lift. See, this is the lift versus climbing. If I was on that log, I'd have poked my head right around there, easy. I forgot to take a look and get down here and look in there. And then I would have had, but what happened is the kerf closed on this side. And so the hinge broke. What happens when the hinge breaks on this side? It went farther this way, which ended up, if I'd have made this correct, this would have closed and it would have been out here more, and then I would have got my prediction. So whose fault was it? Extreme ownership. It was my fault. I had left a narrow kerf on this side of the hinge. Shame on me. 20 years experience, folks, 25. And I made an elementary mistake. We had a lot of space, you know, so it's a good place to make a mistake. And what a great lesson it makes for the whole crew here. So this would have held on. I would have stayed on the cut. This would have been evenly going, and we would have cut it free. And if this broke, this would have been touching all the way across. And so this would have broke even. All right, lots of good things to be taught here. So just like Brandon, that's why I don't get mad about the blacktop. Because, you know, these things can happen to anybody. You know, we're all human. It's called fallibility. So we have to be talking to ourselves all the time to make sure we do this stuff right. All right, let's make this happen.
Playing the game of trees.